first quarter like for you in that first game?
Really just just having patience with a lot of stuff offensively for us. They said they were gonna go. Lost my right here. Gonna go to me with the first play, and I was like, okay, bet. Now I just got to be ready for it. And I took my time, got my shot up, and I kind of feel like the flow of the game just came to me one play at a time down the stretch.
Daniel, in Luka's interview, he called you and Derek Lively monsters.
Yeah.
What would you, when you're hearing that and hearing, okay, Luka thinks we're both monsters, what do you think of the duo of you and Derek Lively, and how does that feel to have the support of the superstar?
I feel like that word is a good word for us whenever we both are in the right mindset and not really just letting the game kind of fall out of control for us when it comes to just like the referees or anything like that. Just having poise and just going out and doing the things that, we are great at doing, doing those at a high level and just opening up the floor for everybody, setting screens, getting rebounds, having energy, all of the above pretty much.
What effect does it have on you? How do you succeed as teams continue to mostly drop or switch and really, pinch in to take away those long passes that you guys were getting all of last season?
Pretty much just adjusting, just like any other team when it comes to, a defense trying to take something away, whether it's like a box and one, when it comes to like the key player on the floor, or just in general, if like a team goes to a zone, you just have to have some type of composure and figure out ways to get the ball to the hoop. And that's exactly what we did tonight. We've been working on it. We've been harping on the things that we can do to kind of like be better in our area, to just help our guards get downhill, help us score, help us get, easy baskets, to kind of like take some of the pressure off of us defensively, because if we're not getting baskets, we're having to run backs a lot, So really just having the patience and having the mindset of just going out and just, kind of nitpicking at the game, playing the game within the game, and just finding ways to just make it easier for everybody.
And I assume a lot of the importance of viewing it that way and viewing the small stuff is that sometimes the ball's just not going to come to you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So,
but at the end of the day, if you find some type of way to get somebody open, it opens up the floor for us, because if that guy scores, they're going to be worried about him sooner or later. And it's just like kind of like a domino effect. It happens kind of like down the stretch of the game, and within the course of that, somebody's always going to be at the basket. Somebody's always going to be wide open at the three, because we're making the defense move.
You caught the line from half court from Najee. Just what about his game, his style, his playmaking maybe has kind of surprised you throughout these first couple of months?
I mean, nothing really surprised me. I knew Najee was a baller. Soon as like the first time I played against him when he was in New Orleans. He's real composed when it comes to his shots that he takes. I feel like he can get pretty much anywhere on the floor, get any shot that he wants, and he just facilitates for us majority of the time whenever he's on the floor. He takes a lot of pressure off of some of the main guys, because it's like him, DJ, whenever they get a rebound, they have the ability to be able to push it down the floor.
And the fact that you have so many playmakers aside from Kyrie and Luka, bring the ball up the floor, playmate, just what does that do for your team?
It helps us so much, because it's like Jay Kidd says all the time, sometimes you got to take the pressure off some of the main guys, for sure. And just having the ability of all the guys to be able to do something like that, I mean, sky's the limit for us, because now we're basically playing on a string offensively and defensively.
Slow starts were a constant for this team early in the season. How's it feel to get back to just playing y'all's game?
I mean, it feels great. I feel like tonight, 1 through 5, we all had fun playing. The energy was great. Our start was great. The only thing that I say was bad is I didn't get the jump ball.
The early lobs are there occasionally. Does that help get you guys going and, first of all, getting out in transitions, an incentive to get out and run?
Yeah, I feel like, lob plays are momentum plays for us, because, we have energy on the offensive end. It fuels us going down and playing a good set of defense, crashing the glass, finishing defensive possessions and going down and pretty much doing the same thing, making teams just work to pretty much score on us. And then once we take that away from them, we just go back down and just do the same thing we did before.
Because in the half court, they're obviously taking that away. But that opens up Luka and Pat, right?
Right.
So, what's your mindset? What are you trying to do when you know they're gonna roll with you?
It really just kind of like piggybacking off what I had said with just like the patience offensively for the bigs. We have to find ways to get guys downhill, and that's holding screens a lot more. It's going to be a lot of teams that kind of play us in a drop. So when it comes to that, we got to get our point guards downhill. So it's always the angles of the screen. We got to make sure our guys get downhill with nobody on their hip to where they got a hostage dribble all the time. It's opening up the floor for guys that can facilitate or guys coming off of pin downs that are shooters. So on and so forth.
You have to sit most of the fourth quarter. How much is it important for you guys to kind of get rest in the first night of back-to-back?
It's real big. You know, we took care of business tonight. We got another team coming in and they play a lot of fastball. So being able to get rest to get ready for them, I think it's going to be real good. But it is a later game, so we're going to get a lot of rest. So.
Kid highlighted you and Lively, the way y'all responded after last game. You obviously talked about how y'all played differently tonight, but were there any internal conversations between both of y'all or between y'all and the staff on having that mindset tonight?
We did a lot of work with Tyson and a couple of the other coaches on the team when it comes to just like screen setting and ways to just kind of impact the game without having the ball in our hands majority of the time. And also, if we get the ball early, we can just put the ball into the hoop, no matter how far we are from the basket, just making plays and just facilitating the offense sometimes, just like any other person on the floor is just taking that pressure off of our main guys, because the more of like a team effort it takes offensively, we are a scary team at the end of the day. So when it comes to the big man being able to do something like that, I feel like it just really just pushes us into that area that we want to be as a team.
Second highest scorer tonight. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel good, you know, but it's one good night for me. I haven't had, you know, some of the best nights before this game, so I just had to really just put my head on my shoulders, just go out and just have fun with the game and just play basketball.
What flavor's the smoothie?
Honestly, I have no idea. Right? I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a lot of ingredients, though.
Is it good at least?
Oh yeah, 100%, always.
All right.
Oh, good.